हे गाइस, वेलकम टू आपके अपने चैनल डी फॉर डेंटिस्ट्री। वैसे टाइटल देख के आपको पता तो चल ही गया होगा कि आज हम कौन सा टॉपिक कवर करने वाले हैं। बट मेन फोकस की बात ये है कि ये टॉपिक ब्लड प्रेशर सिर्फ वाइवा पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू के लिए ज़रूरी नहीं है, ये डे टू डे लाइफ में भी बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट है। इसका बेसिक नॉलेज होना ही चाहिए। फॉर फर्स्ट ईयर्स इट्स अ वेरी 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 इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक। एंड गाइस, इस टॉपिक को लास्ट तक देखें बिकॉज इसका हर एक क्वेश्चन बहुत ज़्यादा इम्पॉर्टेंट है। फॉर न्यू कमर्स, लेट्स क्रिएट अ बॉन्ड बिटवीन अस बाय सब्सक्राइबिंग टू आवर चैनल एंड बी अ पार्ट ऑफ डी फॉर डेंटिस्ट्री। एंड डोंट फॉरगेट टू हिट द बेल आइकन टू नेवर मिस आवर न्यू टॉपिक्स। तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं। व्हाट इज ब्लड प्रेशर? Answer: blood pressure is the pressure of circulating blood on the walls of blood vessels. Most of this pressure is due to work done by the heart by pumping blood through the circulatory system. Or blood pressure usually refers to the pressure in large arteries of the systemic circulation. Next, how blood pressure is expressed? Answer: blood pressure is usually expressed in terms of the systolic pressure, that is maximum pressure during one heartbeat, over diastolic pressure, that is minimum in between two heartbeats, and is measured in millimeters of mercury (mmHg) above the surrounding atmospheric pressure. Next, what is the normal range of blood pressure? In healthy adult, blood pressure range is systolic less than 120 mmHg, diastolic less than 80 mmHg, or we can say 120 by 80 mmHg. Next, what is the value of low blood pressure or hypotension? Answer: systolic 90 or below mmHg, diastolic 60 or below mmHg. Next, what do you call this range? Normal, elevated or high BP? Given systolic blood pressure 120 to 129 mmHg, diastolic less than 80 mmHg. Answer: it is elevated blood pressure. Next, so what is the range of high blood pressure or hypertension? Answer: the three stages of hypertension are stage 1, stage 2 and crisis. In stage 1, the numbers will range between systolic 130 to 139 or diastolic 80 to 89. In stage 2 hypertension, the numbers will range between systolic 140 or higher, diastolic 90 or higher. Finally, if a person has hypertension crisis, the numbers will read systolic 180 or higher, diastolic 120 or higher. These numbers are for adults. Next, what is systolic blood pressure? Answer: systolic pressure is the force of blood in the arteries as the heart beats. It is shown as the top number in a blood pressure reading. Next, what is diastolic blood pressure? Diastolic pressure is the force of blood in the arteries as the heart relaxes between beats. It is shown as the bottom number in a blood pressure reading. Next, which pressure is more important while diagnosis? It's a very important question. Which pressure is more important while diagnosis? Answer: the diastolic blood pressure has been and remains, especially for younger people, an important hypertension number. The higher the diastolic blood pressure, the greater the risk for heart attacks, strokes and kidney failure. As people become older, the diastolic pressure will begin to decrease and the systolic blood pressure begins to rise and becomes more important. A rise in systolic blood pressure will also increase the chances for heart attacks, strokes and kidney failure. Next, for high blood pressure, does systolic and diastolic both need to be high? No, diastolic pressure does not need to be high for you to have high blood pressure. Next question, how to stop progression of high blood pressure? Answer: steps to help prevent progression to hypertension include reducing sodium intake exercising more frequently, losing weight, treating other conditions that may be contributing such as sleep apnea, limiting alcohol intake, taking medications that target blood pressure. Next, what are the symptoms of high blood pressure? Answer: difficulty in speaking, chest pain, back pain, change in vision or blurry vision, shortness of breath due to fluid in the lungs, numbness or weakness, and headache. Next question. What is the risk of high blood pressure? Or what are the risk factors for high blood pressure? Answer: coronary atherosclerosis, heart failure leading to swelling in the legs, weight gain and shortness of breath, kidney dysfunctions or failure, diastolic dysfunctions or stiffening of the heart muscles, stroke, aortic dissection, coronary dissection, vascular dissection, aortic aneurysm, vision issues or memory problems. Next, how can we prevent hypertension? Answer: people's blood pressure is partially due to factors they can't control, such as age, sex, family history, chronic kidney disease. However, there are also many steps a person can take to prevent high blood pressure. These include eating a healthful diet that includes fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and complex carbohydrates, exercising regularly, particularly cardio workouts such as walking, cycling, or running, not smoking, limiting alcohol consumption, restricting consumption of processed foods, and limiting sodium intake to less than 2 grams daily, treating sleep apnea, managing and regulating diabetes, reducing weight if overweight, and taking steps to reduce stress. Next, what are the symptoms of hypotension? Answer: fainting, dizziness or lightheadedness, nausea, heart palpitations, fatigue, blurry vision, injury from falling or loss of consciousness, organ damage in severe cases. Question: what are the different methods of measuring blood pressure? Answer: blood pressure can be measured with different types of invasive and non-invasive methods. Question: how blood pressure is measured by invasive method? Measuring pressure invasively involves an arterial cannula with a small transducer inserted into an artery, mostly into radial artery. The transducer detects the pressure changes and sends the detected signals to a computer. Next, when do we use invasive method? Answer: when rapid changes in blood pressure are anticipated or when non-invasive blood pressure monitoring is not possible or likely to be inaccurate, like in case of obesity, arrhythmias. It is also used when long-term measurement in sick patients is required, as it avoids the problem of repeated cuff inflation, causing localized tissue damage, and allows repetitive sampling for blood gases and laboratory analysis. Question: how blood pressure is measured by non-invasive method? Answer: measuring blood pressure non-invasively, the artery must be compressed in order to stop blood flow. During the procedure, the surrounding tissues like skin or muscles are also compressed. Therefore, the measured value is larger than the actual intravascular pressure. It can be obtained by using the Riva-Roche sphygmomanometer, RR in short, which consists of an inflatable rubber-padded cuff. Standard width for adults is 12 cm by 26 cm. For children, 12 cm by 18 cm. Small. For obese people, 12 by 40 cm. That is large. A rubber balloon, mercury manometer. Question: what are the factors affecting blood pressure? Answer: the intensity of the heart contractions, the peripheral resistance of the arterial system, the elasticity of the arterial wall, and the volume and viscosity, that is hematocrit. Question: Which arm to measure blood pressure, right or left? Answer: it is best to take your blood pressure from your left arm if you are right-handed. Question: at what level should the hand be while measuring blood pressure? Answer: your left arm should rest comfortably at heart level. Question: by which instrument we can measure blood pressure? A sphygmomanometer. It has three parts: a cuff that can be inflated with air, a pressure meter that is manometer for measuring air pressure in the cuff, and a stethoscope for listening to the sound that the blood makes as it flows through the brachial artery, the major artery found in your upper arm. The scale of the pressure meter ranges from 0 to 300 mmHg. The pressure meter has a rubber pump on it for inflating the cuff and a button for letting the air out. Question: what is the procedure of measuring blood pressure? Firstly, make the person sit for some time and then take the readings as the person will be relaxed by that time. To measure blood pressure, the cuff is placed around the bare and stretched out upper arm and inflated until no blood can flow through the brachial artery. Then, the air is slowly let out of the cuff. As soon as the air pressure in the cuff falls below the systolic blood pressure in the brachial artery, blood will start to flow through the arm once again. This creates a pounding sound when the arteries close again and the walls of the vessels hit each other after a heartbeat. The sound can be heard by placing the stethoscope close to the elbow. Right when you start to hear this pounding for the first time, you can read your systolic blood pressure off the pressure meter. The pounding sound stops when the air pressure in the cuff falls below the diastolic blood pressure in the brachial artery. Then the blood vessels remain open. Right when the pounding stops, you can read the diastolic blood pressure off the pressure meter. Take the measurements 3 times to avoid errors. And the last question: what is white coat hypertension? White coat hypertension, WHT, more commonly known as white coat syndrome, is a phenomenon in which people exhibit a blood pressure level above the normal range in a clinical setting. So guys, it was all about today's topic, blood pressure. And if you really understood well, then do please like, comment, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching D4 Dental.